Welcome to Venezuela Insider, the only place in Venezuela for expats, digital nomads, entrepreneurs, investors, travelers, and related internationals. For more information, please visit venezuelainsider.com. Today, we're reviewing 5 mistakes that internationals make here in Venezuela. Let's start. Number 1 is total, we're not in Kansas anymore. Something that I see about the average international, and that goes especially for Americans, but for the same token, I see similar situations with Italians and Europeans and Chinese and you name it, but mostly with Americans. It's because what happens with Americans, they live in a bubble. The United States is a very different country compared to any place around the world. And they think because, the Amazon, the Walmart, or the social situation overall, the political situation, whatever may be the case that they have on their home country, is not the same on the rest of the world. At some point, they fight back towards this new paradigm that they face when they leave the States. And of course, also you have this seasonal digital nomads and seasonal travelers that know the world pretty well, and they know they have to adapt to such things. And I have to say, this is a good thing about Americans. It's within time, they are coachable and they tend to improve themselves. However, when they're fresh off the boat and they leave the States, they find this harsh reality. World is not like Kansas. Number 2 is they compare Venezuela with the rest of Latin America. And every country in Latin America has their different cultures, and they have their different things going on, and people are different from, let's say, Mexico to Argentina, and of course to Venezuela. And I have to say there are many similarities between Venezuela and the rest of Latin America. However, there is a ton of differences, and they think internationals tend to think that Venezuela is similar to Mexico or even Colombia, that is a nearby country. And of course, we have many similarities to Colombia, but also we have a lot of differences. So many internationals make this mistake and they get involved in some situations, no deal breaker situations, but this some weird situation just for that fact. Number 3, they think Venezuela is cheap. And the thing about Venezuela is, of course, Venezuela is cheaper compared to the States, compared to the UK, compared to Switzerland, compared to Dubai or Singapore, you name it, or Australia. But the thing is, Venezuela is not cheap. It's not a place that you're going to come with $20 and you're going to throw a party or something. Venezuela is actually quite an expensive place for the average Venezuelan. And even some internationals come here and they believe that just because they're foreigners and they earn on hard currency, they're rich here, and that's not the case, because let's start with the average people here in Venezuela. They also earn on hard currency. The USD is the de facto currency here in Venezuela. So just because you earn a few dollars, that doesn't mean you're rich here, so don't act like that. Number 4 is lack of awareness. And I have to say, this goes for the Westerns, the international from Western countries, because some other Latin American nationals and some Eastern Europeans and such, they are very socially aware when they come here to Venezuela until a certain extent. However, when they come from wealthier countries, where the country is, of course, they have a lot of problems as well, but not the same problems, and they are not social aware how situations are handled here in Venezuela, and they tend to have these frictions about the everyday life because they are in some cases, I'm not saying all the times, many times, internationals lack of self-awareness here in Venezuela. And the number 5, something I say all the time, know what you're doing. Many internationals don't know what they're doing. Things are different here. Of course, this is not like in some other planet. Venezuela, people is people all around the world. However, on these bureaucratic procedures or business procedures, on something as simple as maybe booking a flight ticket or making reservations or paying for things, they don't know the basic stuff of how Venezuela works. They don't know what you're doing, and they get in some trouble doing the payments or making arrangements or making some errands, doing some errands. And usually they found all these frictions because they don't know what they're doing. And well, that's the thing is, you know the saying, there is no substitute for experience. And of course, you're gonna get such experience putting the reps here in Venezuela. Thank you for watching Venezuela Insider. Please like, share, subscribe, follow us on another social media. If you want to work with us, venezuelainsider.com. Thanks again. Have a nice day.